Much better. Much better.
I know, right? Literally.
We did it.
We did.
We're here.
Hey guys, welcome to episode 2 of Entrepreneur Diaries, the business podcast by the girls for the girls. Okay?
Don't forget it.
Let's get into it. It's been a while since we've been here.
Oh my goodness. Snapchat is up to 10 minutes, so that's what I'm working with right now.
I love Snap.
Me too.
I'm trying to get sponsored by Snap.
Literally.
Go ahead and send me a little something, Snapperoonie. I'm
Yeah.
open, accepting collaborations.
Literally. I think this, they changed it. It's like a million views on there. It's like, I think it's like $5,000 or something like that. Yeah. So,
That's a bag.
I know, right? Like, don't quote me, but I think it is like definitely thousands, like some type of thousands. But good money.
That's some good money. That's why De'Ara be up there.
Oh my goodness. Yeah.
I've been like really into marketing, really into it. It was something that I unexpectedly fell in love with. And I think that it's been this journey of fully understanding the way I see life and art, because I've always said, like, I see art in literally everything. And I think marketing, I think it's just been the marketing behind it. Like, I love how all the little pieces of something brings it together to make it like a bigger picture. So anywho, I've been really into like, what are people doing online? How are they positioning themselves? Like, I feel like but yeah, I've been really into like the marketing of everything lately. And like I said, it's been something that I've unexpectedly fallen so in love with. And everything is marketing to me. And I see the art behind every little detail. I love seeing how the little pieces of a puzzle come together to actually make the bigger picture. So I've been looking a lot at some of my favorite influencers. Of course, we've been into Bougie Barbie forever.
God.
You know, that's my girl.
Obsessed. Like, not fan obsessed, but definitely would say I learned a lot from her.
Yeah.
And it can be addicting when it comes to just like seeing her new stuff. So that marketing that you're talking about, it really is enticing if you do it the right way. Like, you get the viewer, you get the person that the targeted audience comes to you like right away. They want what you're selling. Like, it is a definitely like a masterpiece once you're finished. Like,
yeah, I think she's just been super strategic with the way that she puts out her content. And I think that's what it's all about. So part of that's part of like the reason I'm super happy that we're here today.
Yeah,
Like,
I know.
Life has been crazy in so many different ways for the both of us.
Tell us about your story, because mine, I don't even know if I'm ready to dive too much into it, but you know.
Understandable. For me, geez, guys. Oh, geez. I think that's one of the reasons why this podcast is so important. It's like this stigma around like being a strong, independent woman, but having to pretend like everything is fine and dandy all the time. Like, don't get me wrong, professionalism is very important, but at the end of the day, I am just a girl.
Right.
Okay?
Literally.
We are still human beings. We are still women, and we're still very much still living life. And being in school, fashion school in New York City is like a movie. Like, I'm living my Devil Wears Prada dream.
You're right. So tea, sister. You really are. You're doing it.
It's been something that's been helping me build a better relationship with myself. It's a cutthroat industry, and the girls are not like, it's been so much drama in the little time that I've been doing this 2-3 years, and I've had my ideas stolen. I've had trademarking and copywriting is definitely very much a huge problem in the fashion community, in the art community in general.
Oh yeah, no, absolutely.
And but like, everything that I've been going throughout this journey has like helped me further streamline my particular area of expertise. In December, unfortunately, I know you know this, but I did lose my sister to cancer.
Yes, I know.
And girl, that took
I'm so sorry for that.
Thank you. Yeah. It was definitely super hard because it's my first like really like close family death. And grief does something, I mean, we all know this, but grief does something so like it changes you.
Yep.
In ways that you can expect and can't expect. And one of the biggest ways that I've been changing, like in addition to everything that was naturally flowing on my journey in fashion, I've been like pouring more of my emotions and my pain into my art.
I love that.
And it's been a new way to really process everything and like relieve the stress of trying to survive, like fighting my way out of survival mode. And then once you're out of survival mode, how to like release the symptoms of survival mode and actually start to live.
Right.
And being able, how to handle being put or working so hard that you actually put yourself in a position where it's like, dang, I'm actually making money from doing what I love now.
Right.
What's next?
Literally.
What do we
Amen.
do now?
But honestly, going through that, with like such a hard, tough situation and being able to pour into an outlet that's not only making you money, but it's also creative.
Yeah.
It's like super helpful.
Yeah.
Like it's almost like you're able to release in a different way rather than what you normally would think like would be like, staying home, crying, like doing all of that. And it's like, we're so used to just the normal idea of certain things that, we don't come across it. And it's actually like a beautiful thing in the end, because now you're making pieces and you're spending that quality time with yourself too and your inner thoughts. Like, because doing lashes all day, like 2 hours a person, if they're asleep, I have nobody to talk to. But in my head, I'm like, this is peaceful to me,
You said something that was I felt was kind of important, which is like, you said, when I'm doing lashes, the girls are asleep. I don't really have, really anybody to talk to. With me, with fashion, with this most recent design that I did, the most recent fashion show, it was it was my favorite.
I believe it. It looks so pretty.
And that was because I poured so much of my emotions into it, but I also I worked with a partner for the first time.
Oh wow.
And her name was Beatrice, and we just we flowed like water. And it was really nice to see what I'm capable of when I'm part of a team that like values me and I value them, and we just work well together. We ate it down. But again, I can have a partner and we can talk about things, we can flow through things. What are service providers supposed to do? Like, what do you do?
I mean, and just to note when you're saying about having a partner, like Entrepreneur Diaries, like me and you, we flow in that mindset.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So like having partners outside of just this, even in the industry that I'm in, even in the industry you're in, like I think it is way different. Like being a service provider, it's either, someone stepping on my toes here, it's oversaturated, where I just moved to in Phoenix, then my new studio is with Mother of Brows. And she
that's my girl.
I know, I love Brenda. Brenda is the homegirl. She's the queen of brows, ombre powder brows. But I worked with her before, and I loved my room. I think I was paying like $1,100 back like 4 years ago now, which is crazy. So it's like I'm back now. I'm just by myself. Like I had 2 tenants in that room before.
Right.
So it was just like a little bit of a struggle to kind of be friends with your, person who has the same interests maybe. But it was a nail tech and a body contour tech. And, we were different. So it was like they didn't touch on the lashes. Like, so it worked.
It works.
Then I moved to Tempe and I had a tenant, and that we were both lash artists. It worked in a sense because we both already had established clientele, but then it was more or less like, not overstepping when it comes to being a friend and then having like that business relationship. And it's hard. Like I totally am super happy that you found a partner, like, you know, and you guys were able to make something really beautiful. I would say in the service provider, it's not.
We did kind of get off topic, but I feel like mental health is just such an important topic to discuss openly between Black women in general, because the stigma of it not being, it's outdated. It's outdated. And it's very apparent nowadays that it actually helps you create mental space to be able to deal with the everyday struggles of just existing, you know? But yeah, okay. So in regards to me right now, like I'm living in New York City, I'm, you know, going to fashion school, and I've really just been focused on immersing myself in my industry. Like with fashion, you don't get anywhere if no one knows who you are, if you're not like stepping in rooms, if you're not making a scene, like not even making a scene, but like making your presence known. And you know, it's very interesting, like you said, it's not easy making like genuine connections or finding the genuine connections that feel easy, like that there's not much resistance there. You know, there's not underlying, you know, notions or connotations and things like that. I feel there's been a lot of encounters within the fashion community for me where, you know, I'm a very open, like, hi, you know, I want to like.
I was gonna say that's your personality is like, you know, people are attracted to it automatically. Like,
but I'm noticing that not everybody is attracted to it for the right reasons. And so I think it's really important to, like you said, have that community, but it can be very lonely. I think that's intentional though. Like I feel like the universe right now is like, girl, lock in and sharpen like your skills and just pop out like it like, you know, like this, you've been doing this, y'all late,
literally.
You know?
I love that. I think also too, like with sharpening your skills, like your focus is more like attention on you. And like I've been learning a lot of doing that and showing up for just myself and not having to prove to anybody anything, but at the end of the day, like just putting that one foot in front of another and taking that next client or taking that next project or taking that next design, like you literally see growth, like no matter what. And I think this chapter, and especially in this world right now, like everyone is being very selfish, and I support it. I support it because I'm that giver. I've always been like, you know, or let me, you know, give to this person, or let me give a discount to this client, or whatever the sorts is. And it's like I've never had time to just focus on my project, my piece alone. Like I'm a single Black woman. Like I'm not looking to get in a relationship. Like I'm focused on my craft right now. And I'm excited about it every day. Get to be able to be like, oh, I just had this idea. Like, let me see if it works, you know? Like doing those ads and seeing how many new clients you can get. Like it's really just time for that, you know? It's like, I don't know. It's just a missing piece of the puzzle. I feel like that I was missing because it's like your attention is trying to make that content, put yourself out there. And it's like, what if I just focus on the craft and put everything, like the pieces will just come together. And that is the beauty. That is really the beauty of just focusing and honing in on your skills, your mindset, your craft, and all of that.
I've been learning balance too, because
oh my goodness,
I get into this, you already know, I get into this flow and I don't stop. It's like once I get locked in, it's really hard to rip me away from my computer. And next thing you know, I've been sitting at this thing 8 hours straight, haven't eaten anything, barely even used the bathroom. Like, you know, I'm learning to be intentional about planning rest. And I feel like you said, you know, the transition from being a predominantly giving person to being a predominantly like someone that uses discernment. You know what I mean? That transition can be wonky and it's not linear. It's definitely like an up and down thing. But what has been helping me is, like I said, I literally put it in my calendar.
Wow.
If it ain't in my calendar, it ain't happening.
Right.
I live by that right now.
Oh,
and
my
I feel like that's something that sets you apart from people in whatever industry. Like, I don't know. I just feel like people who are like on it, oh, let me add it to my calendar. Oh, let me just do this right now. I'll just send this to you right now. Those proactive people, they get so much farther by those little things.
Yup.
But yeah, I will literally write in, okay, this time on Sunday, I'm going to take this time to literally just read a book.
Right.
And that's just but I have to explore other forms of art in order to make my art better.
Right.
You know, like it's like, and that's with everything, even in business. I have to immerse myself and learn about other forms of business and other businesses in order for my business to excel and to grow and things of that nature. So I'm learning the value in resting.
There we go.
And so it's helping the balance.
Yes.
You know?
Yes.
I'm like, I cannot operate if I do not have my coffee. The coffee is mandatory now. It's a non-negotiable. It's something small, but it's like I'm a much better me when I have it.
There you go.
You know?
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be coffee. It could be tea too. But my point is, I have my specific things that I'm implementing into my life more often to help me be a better me. And like dealing with grief has definitely like been like a big part of that. Like I'm living for my sister now.
Yes,
you know what I'm saying? Like I just don't have time for any BS, anything that doesn't seem genuine, anything that is too much resistance. Like, yeah, and I'm really excited for what the future has to hold for us. Honestly.
I'm excited for you. I really am. You're doing big things. You've been really going at it, going hard, you know. And I know even behind the scenes, like we don't see everything, but it's like whenever you drop something, it's big, it's bad, it's it is that girl.
So that brings me to something that I'm very curious about. Like, what have you been getting into, girl? I feel like you're always like silently creating and then you pop out. Like, you know? So I'm curious.
I mean, honestly, yes, that's really how it goes. But like, I want to like tell people, but I've been holding myself back with that. Like, I feel like there is some times where it's like, okay, yes, like don't tell anybody until you know it's official. Like, you know what I mean? Like until you know you're getting that new car, you know you're getting that new house, like, or whatever it is. And not saying I've gotten any of those recently, like to be honest, but I have been leaning into what you said, you know, like when we had that one phone call a couple months ago, like you were telling me like, get that online presence or get that online course, you know? So I've been building that. I am still a little weary of how I want to play it, but I think I'm just going to jump into it because it's like I'm overthinking about it. And it's like I've been doing lashes for 7 years. Yeah, it was my anniversary, February 7th of this year. So I know, right? JB Lashes LLC, like she's growing. She's just getting bigger and bigger. And I think like I'm just ready to start teaching online and really dive into that. And of course, doing that only opens up the fact that I can teach other lash techs how to do that too. So besides that, it really was just getting into the new studio. You know, my mom's business, like she was in Goodyear. I was in one of the rooms with her. I shut down my Tempe studio, went to Goodyear full time. After that, like we just closed the healthcare shop basically in December. So I was at home. That was a little bit of a plus because I did have most of my West Valley clients were like, yeah, like I'm just coming to your house, like no big deal. So that is the beautiful thing of lash extensions is your clients will always find you. So that was nice. And then, you know, I told you Mother of Brows moved into there. So just really kind of getting myself back on track, you know. I would say I moved over to Gloss Genius as far as like my new website and everything like that. Love that service site. I was with Square for so long, I would say 6 years. So the last year being just on Gloss Genius, amazing. Like I have no bad
Which
things
is
to say.
huge because everybody uses Square, and yet
Right.
everybody has issues with it.
I know.
And but it seems like everything is so streamlined with them. It seems like the easiest option, but I think it's worth for service providers to look into other things.
It is.
It's just some things are just built better for what you do. So I'm
Right.
glad that you found something that actually
Thank you,
worked.
girl. Because sometimes you just get in that mindset where you're like, I just need to stay here because I've been with them for so long. And it's like, once I got myself out of it, tried a little trial of gloss, I was like, this is so much better. Like, it's collecting deposits. Like, 'cause, you know, I'm getting better at it, but as far as like when I do book someone, like I'm doing something else, or you know, I'm in the middle of something and it's like, okay, I booked you, and then yes, that you know, my website would ask for a deposit, but Gloss Genius is like, hey, we not booking this unless you have a deposit. So it's yelling at me, it's training me, but it's also getting the job done, which is those late charges, those you know, no show fees, like things that Lash Techs are like, we shouldn't have to worry about. It's in our policy. I don't need to reiterate myself, and the website's like, yeah, I'm gonna go get it from the client. So that was really a bigger change in my business side of things. I would say my personal life, you know, I'm back home with my parents. I love it there. I think almost, I want to say the statistics are growing every day, but like 30% of people in our generation are at home right now. So getting over that survival mode, like we talked about earlier, took a while. Took a very long time.
That's very interesting.
Yeah.
And a lot of us are feeling that too. It's kind of like this underlying shame, but everybody's in the same boat.
It really is.
You're either struggling by yourself or you're comfortable with family. Like, I wouldn't say comfortable, like obviously we all want better, bigger things for ourselves, but I don't know, this sense of community and unity right now with family, I'm really messing with it. And I think it's smart. Other nationalities, they do that for a reason.
Naturally.
Yeah.
Off the jump.
And like all of my Hispanic friends, they all live in a house of 9+ people, but it's like they only got to pay $50 for rent and bills, and then now they got fancy cars. They're going out. They're actually able to experience life because you know. But yeah, it was very interesting that you said that. So sorry.
Yeah, no, you're fine. I was reading it on what is it? SoFi, actually. So I bank with SoFi. They have a high yield savings account that I absolutely love. And I'm doing a little bit of trading. I'm trying to get into trading. But they have these articles that come out and they literally are just telling literally like 1 out of 5 like Americans that are between the ages of like 26 to like 32 are home. So, and it's like with this economy, I don't blame them. Like I really don't, you know.
I love this because I feel like a lot of people don't take lash techs seriously. Like the beauty service providers, they're not taken seriously. But from this conversation alone, it's very apparent how much of a business-oriented woman that you are. And you have to be for your, like you said, 7 years?
Yeah.
Like, you are not new to this. You true to this. Like, you're an expert in this at this point.
It's hard to say that to yourself, though. So it's nice. Thank you. I appreciate you.
I definitely understand. Sometimes it's hard to call myself a designer.
Right.
Like, but, you know, call it how it is. Like, you really are an expert. You really have been doing this. You have been teaching others. You have been, and bringing it back to the business aspect of it, you can have the skills. Anybody can learn how to do lashes, but in order to stay around for 7 years, 7+ years, you have to have the business backing. You went through 6 years with one provider for your website, of testing, of trial and error, of going through ups, going through downs, working through the pros and the cons. And it wasn't until year 7 that you found something that actually worked for you. You've learned, you know, even you've picked up habits that, like how earlier I was saying, I have to immerse myself in other forms of art in order for my art to be better. Literally, you know, SoFi is like a banking thing, right?
Yep.
But they do, like you said, send newsletters out every single day. And a lot of banks do that. And it's like, if you're paying attention, they're sharing information that can be applied to your, but it takes for a business-minded like entrepreneur or a business minded person to actually see the value in that type of information and actually apply it to your business. And I think it shows. Like, let's just, let's just talking about it. Like, I know we all know somebody who does lashes. We all know somebody who does teeth whitenings, that does brows, that does, there's so many services. And same with fashion brands, same with beauty brands. Like, you see so many people start it and they don't last all of a year because that business backing is not there.
Right. Because Fashion Nova, they gonna text you 12 times a day, baby. They gonna let you know what's going on every day. And even if you ain't got the change, they're gonna be like, hey, come and play a game or something. Like, it is definitely has been a journey, I think, with lashes, especially different people, different, also having to hold it down, which goes back to the article again. Like, I look back and I've been paying for a studio and an apartment rent at the same time for years.
Yeah.
Like, imagine, like, when I did move into Brenda's shop the first time, $1,100 for a room.
Yeah.
Girl, that's why I had to bring in tenants, because I was just like, there is no way I'm doing this by myself and I got to pay for my personal life. Like, so I think having like those challenges and like going through like really builds up to a point where it's like, yeah, I can say I'm an expert. I know the game really well. I just had a client book and I haven't seen her in 5 years. Like, imagine how excited I am to literally be able to service her, and I'm better. Like, I'm better. I know my shit. I can literally tell her, like, girl, yes, like, you're going to have these on your face for 3 weeks, no less. Like, you know what I mean? So yeah, it just takes time, but
I think I like what you just said. I'm better. Yeah. Like, I was just going to say, it's super apparent how much you have grown in the short time. Like, I think last time we saw each other in person, a year or two.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, I was in New York.
Too long.
Right.
But even in that short amount of time, there's been this grandiose margin of change, of improvement. And like you said earlier, it doesn't always necessarily have to be so forthcoming. Like, it's the subtle changes be the strongest. Like, there's a new foundation that you're standing on, which I want to kind of like pivot into that a little bit too. You are an expert. You have been doing this for a long time, and you have been teaching, other people how to do the same thing for a while, but being in this energy of scaling, I think it's safe to say that's where you are right now.
Yes, we did talk about this.
Being in a scaling setting or, mindset or just like aura with your business. I think that's one of the biggest challenges with service providers, like making that transition, like, it can be very taxing on your body.
Yes, because where do I go from here? I've gotten to the point where I'm like, okay, ads, okay, scheduling, okay, attracting, call to action, like getting all of those things, like, understanding them like through and through. And now it's like, okay, well, what do I do that can get me out of this chair? I don't want to be in the chair anymore. My back hurts. Like, I literally have a chiropractor appointment today.
I have so many like nail practitioner, like friends who have like carpal tunnel.
So pretty.
Oh yes,
gorgeous. Wow.
But it's like so many, like they have like carpal tunnel, arthritis, and like, their hands are shaking and it gets really bad. And I don't think that's something that people really take into consideration with these things. But I think, with us, we always, I love our friendships so much. I love our connections so much. Like, y'all don't even know.
They don't.
You gotta be here to really you can see it, but you gotta be here. Like, but it's like, we just so naturally like flow with almost everything that we're involved with. That was part of the reason why we even connected in the first place.
Literally. Like, oh my God.
Let's just be frank. Like, the situation at the time, I had a business, she had a business. We connected through two men. But it was literally like, forget them. What's your name? What you doing?
Like, I don't even need to give them a shout out because we did that on our own.
No, it really was that. We were at my place of business.
Literally.
She was just coming from her set.
gosh.
So you know what I mean? So that was us. Like, it was really like our spirits, you know, having our chariot literally deliver us to each other. Like, let's just be real.
I love it though, because like we really were both in situations where we were like, okay, like we were starting both our. I think you were just starting with
it was really just starting to pop off. My event space, AOA Studios.
Yes,
it was so
girl yoga and marijuana,
everything. It was like a space where like we brought creatives and business like people, like minded people together, and like created a safe space for them to just be like without the club aesthetic, you know. It was more so like a creative collective, and I think that's what it was one of the first places like that
literally
during COVID too.
Yes.
And so everybody was like looking for an outlet, but man, it was like we saw each other. It took one conversation.
Literally
one conversation. Yeah, let me get that number.
Right.
And we haven't had a conversation. Okay.
I love that about us though.
Yeah.
I love that.
And it just, I think in addition to us evolving and growing individually, our connection like also grows. And we always wind up, no matter what you're working on, no matter what I'm working on, no matter how different it is, it always coincides in some type of way. So I'm talking about this because, you know, you're in this energy of like, you know, scaling, and like you're working on the courses and not having to be as labor intensive with, you know, lashes and, you know, things of that nature. And with me, with fashion design, I want that to be kind of like my slow, leisurely hobby, like, but high ticket purchase.
Get into that, because I want to know. It's been a minute since we touched up. Tell us, please.
Because, okay, I just feel like it's really important. It's really important to talk about all of the different ways that you can make money online.
Yeah,
okay,
I'll let you ease into it.
And then we've definitely like tried a lot of it, and I think that's part of why I'm here too. Like, I feel like a big part of what I have to offer to our audience is literally just talking about all the different ways, pretty much everything that y'all seen online, that, you know, in a way that you can make money online. I've done it. I've tried it. I've learned the pros. I've learned the cons. Nothing's really ever really a scam. It's just a matter of like marketing and presentation, and that's what it all boils down to, like the ability to actually execute whatever it is. You need to know what your strengths and weaknesses are at the end of the day. But yes, I'm not even gonna lie to you, high ticket remote closing was the thing that blew my mind. Like, it really just opened my mind to what's really like. It's like I thought I understood before high ticket closing, but afterwards I really got it. Like, I really understood. So it's really just sales. Like, it's sales for really expensive courses, products, services, or whatever the case may be. So, for example, my mom, Quality Jones.
Yes.
Love you, mommy.
We love her.
She helps small business owners and entrepreneurs get funding for their business. And, you know, she has now scaled her business to a point where it's a multi-million-dollar company, which is amazing. Wow. I love that for her.
My gosh.
She has done this over TikTok, strictly through social media, like strictly online, you know. But her services when she first started was like $1,000. Now it's like $17,000 to get her. Like, yeah, it's insane. Now, I'm not going to speak too much on like what the services are, but definitely you guys like go check it out. Absolutely. But that's a high ticket service, right? And so high ticket remote closing is just me having the sales skills and having consultations with her potential clients, answering their questions, you know, getting a feel for their concerns, vetting them, making sure they have the funds.
Oh yeah, quality lead.
Yes. And really it's like leading a click to a close.
Yeah.
And for me, you've been to New York, so you know how
Yeah.
like when you're in New York in the city and you're walking around and people stop you, they try to sell you things, they try to get you to go places. I was doing that.
Wow.
I was in them streets,
Yes.
in the middle of summer, with my little table out there selling.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, I was doing donations for charities.
Yes.
And so it was like I was like stop people and like tell them about our cause for the day, and do you want to donate on a monthly basis?
Yeah.
And it's really just having a conversation with people and informing them. And if you want it, you want it. If you don't, you don't. My goal is to get through the numbers and figure out the characteristics of the green lights of the people who are more likely to sell, our quality leads. Right. I'm looking for the quality leads and helping them go from a click to an actual like client.
Right.
So I think with that job, I really started to understand the value of sales.
Okay.
It's like literally just the ability to, sales is literally just the ability to recognize a problem and connect you to a solution.
Amen.
And when I started looking at it like that, it really helped me get over a lot of the fears that a lot of people have with sales. I'm just not good at it. I don't want to like convince people to buy stuff that they don't need, things like that. But it's like you're not. If you're looking at sales like you're forcing people to buy stuff that they don't need, you're not doing it right, and that's why you're not succeeding. That's not the point. The point is to weed through the people that don't need it, to find the people that are like, oh my gosh, I've been looking for something like that.
Exactly.
And you're the point of contact for them to get it, right?
Amen.
So high ticket closing, like it was like the thing that really like, okay, if I can do this on the streets of New York, I can definitely take a phone call.
Right.
I can definitely sit here on the phone with somebody for 30 minutes explaining to them our service.
Right.
And making sure that they know what we do, making sure they know how much it costs, and then walking them through the process of like how to pay for it.
Right. That is amazing.
It's really something that I suggest everybody trains to learn how to do, because I feel like it's a strong foundation for everything business wise. But I think that's kind of like where I am right now. With everything that I have done with trying to find ways to make money online, or just having something to support my lifestyle in general, in addition to experience with my mom, in addition to like all the different industries that I've been in, I've learned that marketing and business strategy are the main two like most important foundations to build off of. Like you can have the great ideas, you can have the talent, but no strategy, you're not gonna get anywhere with that.
Right.
And I want to be the person that helps build people from that ground zero, or not even ground zero, because a lot of people are way farther ahead than they give themselves credit for.
Yeah.
They just don't know how to put it together.
And it's hard though. Like, you're like, even going back to like when you're looking at your audience, like, oh my God, did I delete it?
Yeah, it's okay. It's okay.
Going back to literally even, what was I going to say? I was going to say something. I need to go back to it now. Getting over the fact that like, yeah, this is expensive, but there's somebody that wants this, like I constantly am in my head, like, this is too expensive. Like nobody's going to want this. Like, I need to stop thinking that, like once you understand that you are finding this problem and you have a solution for it, people are going to pay for it, no matter how much it is.
It's about knowing your target audience. That's what the marketing is. And that's what I've been doing. So getting into like what I've been working on lately, you've been working on, scaling your business. I've been working on being the person to help people scale their business. So,
and that's a vulnerable time for people right then.
Yeah.
Like that is like, I'm showing you all, I'm butt naked in the street at that point.
This is my baby. Like, I have nurtured it to a certain point, and now I have to trust you to have my best interest at heart for me and my child. Like, I don't know. It's
like taxes, girl.
You
gotta open up. You gotta let them know everything. You're like, whoa,
it's scary.
It is.
It's like, don't judge me, girl, but yeah, this is what I be doing.
And literally. But, I've seen, like, a couple months ago, there was, like, this whole obsession with, like, SaaS products. I don't know if SaaS, SaaS, I think that's what it's, like, named. But basically, you have a product, you're selling it. Like, the product does everything. So, like, what you're doing with your mom, like that would be a SaaS product. Yeah. Like it would just be, you have a problem, solution, concierge, you can get tools, resources, everything within this one product.
Oh, okay. Yes. I have heard
I think
those.
that's how you say it. Okay. But it was just like reading and like going through whatever this person on TikTok that I found, going through their TikToks and going through the website, the product that they actually were like selling to their clients, like it was so easy to look at it and be like, well, dang, like, this is everything that, a future potential client would want for their business. And they have all these resources right here in this one product. I think it was like $1,700 for like whatever I was looking at, for example. But yeah, it was just like a no-brainer, like, oh yeah, I would buy that. And it lasted a certain amount of months and you knew everything was up front. Like, so I totally understand with like what you're saying with when it comes to the high ticket sales. It's just, I think the words sound scary.
Yeah, I think you're right. And I think a lot of people are more involved with it right now than they actually realize. Like even down to sales. Like anytime somebody tells me that they don't have sales experience, I'm like, girl, have you worked any customer service job before?
Right.
That's sales experience. Have you talked about your passions before? That's sales experience. Like it's not necessarily something you can put on a resume. However, being able to speak, sometimes honestly you get farthest in life because you ask. Exactly. Because you talk about it.
Yes.
You're in a room, you see a girl that you like her shoes. Oh my gosh, where'd you get them? Oh, you shop there, you can afford it. Okay, period. I like designing shoes. Oh, I would love to design it. Like you have to talk. Like, and that's really all sales is, like being able to talk, you know? But I think that's why it's so important to have people like me around, people who can see you and your vision, and then also like see where you are, see where you're trying to go, and help you fill in that space in between. So I built, I call it Protege Studios. I'm in the process of building it right now. I'm very excited for it.
I love it.
I think it's something that's really gonna help people.
Yeah.
So I'm like, any aspiring or current influencer or fashion/beauty brand.
There we go.
I'm helping them tell the story of their brand and then helping them scale it, right?
Nice.
I think marketing is all about understanding your target audience and understanding your story and telling it the right way. And I think, again, this is where Entrepreneur Diaries and just know, JB Beauty starts to like mesh into it. Yeah. Because we have been like watching each other's business journey for so long. And I think right now a lot of people start to get stuck in this. And once we hit this point, and like from my experience with like estheticians, once you've gone through, you've gone viral, you have steady clients, you can like, it's like how can I position myself to really streamline my like understanding of my target audience to scale in a way that's valuable to them, that doesn't take away from the connections, the genuine connections that I've built with my clients. Because you in somebody's eye with some pointy scissors and like needles, like it comes with a lot of trust that you build. So I'm just like super excited to like really dive more into that, and just like being able to release some digital products.
Oh my goodness, I know, right? I mean, I guess we haven't talked about it, since this is episode 2. But what are we looking for? Like, what should our audience like know about Entrepreneur Diaries? Like, when they come in on an episode, not just this one, but in the future, we'll be talking about different things and things of that sort. Like, what should our audience expect?
I think,
like, I know for sure the T about being a business entrepreneur or whatever you want to call yourself, like for sure that, I mean, recent trends, like I want to just put ourselves out there because we're already here. So
I agree. I think that's one thing that will always come with JB and CC,
Yes.
Entrepreneur Diaries, ED, whatever answer to it all. You're always going to get the raw, open, honest, the tea, if you will, get the kettle. That's always going to be, that's always going to be a part of it. But I think our vision and our goal has always been to be not only like an example, but to be a safe space and create like a sense of community within like women entrepreneurs. Be a resource center, like being a literally like a go-to for anything that you need to scale, to be a business owner, to be an entrepreneur, to survive it,
Absolutely, girl.
And I think that we have been on a really good track with that for a while,
right?
But I think we're also in a sense of scaling too.
Yes,
and
I was gonna say our experience is here now. Like I know we had like a little bit of a pause, but I feel like coming back, like we're like, okay,
it was necessary. And I think that's also a really big like thing about being that we're going to be open about. Like this is not something the entrepreneur journey, the business owner journey is never linear, and it's really important to be a actual real representation of that. It's not always going to be consistent, but the goal is to work towards that consistency, which I think that's where we are right now.
Yeah, we are.
I think everything winds up playing out exactly the way it's supposed to every single time. We needed that break. We needed that time to gain the experience to be able to relay properly to our audience what we're trying to do, where we're trying to go, who we are, even but yeah, I agree, more consistency with like the way we show up in our presence online. And then I was going to say, I really do want to start actually building that community, like building ways that people can actually get involved right now, even beyond purchasing a product, a digital product, which I think is also very much on the charts.
Absolutely.
I know for a fact that we're going to be dropping some ebooks here and there, just some newsletters here and there, just like updates about what we got going on in our businesses and stuff like that.
Yes.
But I just really want to have something that people can tap into right now, like a channel even.
Yeah.
Of
absolutely.
Right? Of just like girls like us in
a
big group chat, and just like, hey guys, does anybody know this? Or, here's a resource, or here's a networking event, or just like building a sense of community, like, and sharing information, getting an idea of what people need. Like, what is it that you guys are struggling with? Like, how can we help?
To know.
Yeah. That's literally what we're here for. Like,
right. Because I feel like, I do see a lot of girls that are on YouTube, they're on TikTok, like they're on these different platforms, and they look like me, but I feel like I'm not saying I'm weird or anything, but I feel like, what is it? How can I put it? The aesthetic is very standardized, and like we are in a sense like trying to make sure people like us, but also the realness, the rawness is no longer there anymore. Like before, back in the day, like we would see like I don't know, those MTV shows where they make pranks and things like that. Now everyone's super serious. Like I feel like like I don't know how to explain it, but I hope for this channel like we're able to allow and open up a space for people to comment this, message us, like just give us the realness that I'm struggling with this and I need help, or I want you guys to talk about this. And, we're the perfect duo to do that with. So I'm excited just to see like where we go. Are we triggering you? Are we not triggering you? Are we talking enough? Are we talking about the things you want to hear? Like, that's what I would love for our audience to hear. So
absolutely. And if we are triggering you, like, what is that about? And maybe that's something we like to dive into, you know what I mean? And like, maybe that's a learning moment for somebody else, but this is why authenticity is such an important factor for us here.
Right.
But I do agree. What happened to color? Like, I feel like the 90s, we was like green, yellow, orange, purple, like pink, everything, blue, blah, blah, blah. And now everything, like even down to the buildings, like what is with this modernized beige, gray, white type of situation? Don't get me wrong. I love it. It's nice. It's cool. It's sleek. It's professional. But I'm living, not like working 24/7.
Right.
I mean, I am, but like
You are. You always are, girl. That brain be working.
But I think I love what you said. I would love to be the known as, you know, the brand that brought color back, like, you know, and back into like real life, like fun. Like, this can be fun, guys.
Right.
We have fun. Like,
literally fun doing
we have so much fun, and you can do this and love what you do and be happy and create a sense of like community or just like the lifestyle that you want to live. So I really love that. That's where this is heading, and I agree. I'm really excited for the communities, the products, the content, everything that we have.
I know, and I think probably next time, like, we could just do an episode when I come out there. So, because I'll be there in June.
Oh yeah, we could do it at my school too.
Yes,
it would be really
fun.
nice, and we can like I could show you through like all the sewing machines. We could probably make something. I brought my tape measure.
Oh.
I do want to get your measurement.
Okay. Period.
I just brought me some new supplies, y'all. I'm about to be working.
Yes.
I'm so excited.
I'm excited for this.
But yeah, I've been like building my portfolio, and I've had this vision, this beautiful vision of me being able to like make my first official garments for the people in my life that I feel have like created or were crucial to my growth and my evolution in any way, and like creating a garment that represents what they stand for in my life. I just feel like that would be such a grandiose like first collection, like debut collection, and something that means a lot to me, something that I can pour a lot of like emotion into. I'm really excited to see like what comes from that. So y'all need your measurement.
Absolutely, girl. You know, I'm like, I did get a little thick, but I'm down.
Me too. It's okay.
We getting there. I guess we should try to wrap it up a little. Oh yeah.
I think wait, what'd you say?
It's been an hour.
It's been an hour? Okay. I feel like a little funsies. This is the last. We've pretty much got through everything.
Yeah.
Let's talk a little bit about the clusters real quick. Oh my gosh, we got to get into that because I want to know like everything that you think about it.
Oh my goodness.
I've been wanting to ask you.
Very short-lived, but I'm gonna get back on this and see what I can do. At least this is recording. Like, this is good. I'm very happy.
Yeah, I'm very happy with that too. I was gonna tell you, I see what you're doing. Opus Clip. I started using Opus. Opus, you can literally just drop your long form videos in there, and it's an AI thing where it literally
sees the marks.
It creates. It has captions, everything. It's so easy. So I'm gonna drop the footage. Oh, I wish I brought my drive.
I felt that. You can
But yeah, I'm gonna drop the footage on my computer if it'll let me, and then we'll do like a testing. But it's super easy to use, girl. Super easy. But okay, you got that. You got that up.
Yes.
Here, what I'm gonna do is turn this to the side.
Yeah, so you can record you.
Okay,
That's
perfect.
Good.
Yeah.
That's a good camera.
Yeah, I'll do that.
I need an iPad so bad.
You need an iPad.
Oh my God.
So bad. you really
What
do.
is life?
That
was good though. I feel like we got some meat.
Yes, a lot to work with, some juiciness. Okay. I wanted to ask you something about something that I'm just curious about it. How do you feel about the new trend that's going around with the lash clusters and the mascara glue?
I love this question and I hate this question because, you either have like the girlies that are going to do it the right way or they don't do it the right way. So, and actually I did do this as a service. It was like $40 and like they would stay on for 5 days. So I actually had a collaboration with this TikTok company and they sent me a bunch of lashes, but I had lash extensions on. So I was like, I can't put them on me, but I need to get them on, to somebody. And I had, really good client of mine. She came in and she was a model, and it's putting them not on the waterline, but like right like under your natural lashes.
Okay.
And like everyone's putting them on top, which is causing a lot of damage. Yeah, but they look good. And I also recommend buying them through TikTok Shop. Like, I know if you don't have TikTok, then I'm sorry. But buying them through TikTok Shop because they're more fluffy. Like, Amazon sells them, and sometimes you could find the vendors that are on TikTok Shop on Amazon, which that's what I do, by the way. If you guys have TikTok Shop Creator, I would highly suggest buying the product through Amazon. You get it faster. You can make create the video faster. But I would definitely recommend like buying them there because you get more of the luxury mink kind of version.
Love fluff.
I know, right? Fluff is where it's at, and like it looks very good. I don't mind them. I just think it's causing damage because people aren't putting them on right. So
okay, that's more so what I wanted to know. It's like, is this something that you would offer as a service? Do you find it valuable, helpful? And then it's like, would you recommend if somebody came to you for a service where you're applying the clusters the correct way, and would you encourage them to do it themselves or come back? Like those types of things. Is this a market, like a pivot type of market for other lash techs?
I personally, I would never hold myself back from doing a service that I know there's not going to be, there is going to be somebody that wants it, like no matter what, like there's some girls who don't do classic lashes. Classic lashes is the basic beginner lash tech service that, we all learn in the very beginning. Yeah. And I don't see why not to offer it. You know what I mean? Like some people are like, oh, well, I only do really good in volume. And it's like, okay, volume, hybrid, like those sets. Yeah, of course, they're not they're more dramatic than what a classic set would be. But same thing when it comes to clusters. Like there is going to be, that one auntie that comes in, she's going on a cruise. Like she just wants like lashes for just the cruise. So I would suggest like giving her those two options. Okay, you can have classics or you can get clusters. These only last for 5 days. These last for at least 2 weeks, depending on care and all of that. So it really is, are you going to hold yourself back because you just don't want to offer that? I mean, inventory would still play like a role in that. So I could see that being like, okay, now I got to order something else, but at the end of the day, like having, just that option for a client is, like that's what brings in money regardless. Like, and it's also giving that client like, oh, I can tell my sisters, I can tell my friends, like, and that one service being, you might only have like 5 people who come in and get that one service, but that's fun. That's money. That's inventory. That's revenue coming in. So it's like, why not? Like that's my take on it. So
I understand that. And I was thinking too, like with, the people who want to specialize in volume or in hybrid or like having specialties can be a big hindrance. Like you said, like on one hand, you're kind of taught, to pick a lane and stay in it because that's how you gain, following. That's how you gain clients, being known at being the best at what you do. I do see the value in that. I think it's just all about positioning. Like you have to do it right. And like I think you made some interesting points, like why limit yourself? And then another thing that I would add, I mean, I'm not a lash tech, but as like a strategist, right? I would even take it so far as making my own clusters and selling my clusters to the girls that want to do their clusters. Having like a cute little card that shows how to do it correctly, how to make it last the best. And then come to me to get your glue because I have the best glue that's going to last you 5+ days.
That's a good point.
These are like the creative, strategic things that I love thinking about. And I love being able to help people like, actually execute. But I wanted to have this conversation because it's something that I feel like a lot of lash techs that I've spoken to are kind of weary about, and not too open to. But I'm like, this is also, I see it as potential.
It's an opportunity.
Yeah, like an opportunity to like really like scale and go even further, like beyond what's normal, what's regular. I feel like trends start in the most ridiculous ways. If you're, you know what I mean? You either start it or somebody else is going to do it. And you're just going to be a part of the bandwagon. You know?
Why not jump on it? You know, literally, why not make a profit off it too?
Yeah.
So
the last thing I did want to talk about, Cardi and Megan. Oh my girls, the girls are down.
They are
so
so bad. I am literally there in my prayers. Like, that's all I can say.
Yeah.
And the baddies too, like the baddest of them all.
Yeah.
Like, you know, and I mean, one of the baddest. I'm not going to cancel anybody out. But as far as Cardi, I feel like this was like, she's been done. She's been done, and it's embarrassing, and she knows it. And it's like, you know, for what? All of this for what? And I feel like it takes a woman like time to get to a point where enough's enough.
Yeah.
And she might have been there for the kids, or she might have been staying for whatever reason she had. But like, I mean, let's be for real. Like, we know her music sounds even better when she's hurt, she's upset, she's angry. Like, I love this Cardi right now. So I'm here for it. F everybody else. Like, Cardi's doing her thing. Megan, I mean, that's just like a history thing, I feel like. Like, we did kind of expect this. Like, we knew what we were getting into, Megan. Like, how do you feel, though? Because I'm a little...
Interesting. I think that's a very interesting take. The girls might have some things to say about that take. I'm very interested. It might be
a little...
You know, hey, unpopular opinion.
Right.
We're going to keep it G. We're going to keep it real over here all the time.
Real.
Not going to lie. You know, everything that I see, everything, like my perspective on everything is always marketing, business-minded, like mindset. And I feel like there's a trend going around right now with these ain't not nothing. And I do, it's kind of like what we were talking about earlier, as far as like being in this energy of pouring into self. I think there's a collective like feminine energy right now of like power and rage and just like like independence.
Yes.
And it almost feels like a second wave of the women's independence, the women's rights movement, in a sense. Like, we're not gonna get too deep into that, but that's like a good like metaphor for what this energy feels like right now. It just sucks that it has to be through so much pain publicly too. You know? And so I hate that for my girls. However, as a marketing and business girly, all I see is potential for money.
Right.
Like, I just like you said, Cardi's music, a lot of people feel it sounds better in a sense when she's going through something. And I feel like it's just what that's really saying is that we connected with her originally from her spitting her pain and being so real in that way. And like you said, once people start making a certain amount of money and get past a certain point, things change and you don't really get as much of that authenticity. Right. Cardi, however, ain't never let nobody stop her from that. No, man. And I think the only hindrances that we have seen from her is when she is in a relationship with someone who's not treating her right. Right. So we right now are experiencing like, okay, when she was with these men, we were getting like a washed down watered version of her. Right. And now we're getting to the full 110% Cardi again. And we love that. We miss that.
Yes, ma'am.
But this hair, I don't know if you know, but she dropped some hair products.
Oh my God. I need to, like, Cardi, please sponsor me. If you don't like what I said, sponsor Entrepreneur Diaries, please. We need it. I need that in my hair. I need it every day. I need to soak in it, honestly.
And the best part about that is how the marketing is freaking genius.
Right.
Like
it's so simple too.
Yes.
At the same time.
And it's like culture, like it's infused with culture. And I think that's a big thing right now.
Yeah.
It's a lot of stuff going on in the world where a lot of people don't feel like they're allowed here and things of that nature. But yet we're the ones that make this country run. Right? So even down to the Super Bowl, Bad Bunny, like we showed out for him. Hispanic community, Black community, all communities except a particular one. A particular few, you know, we showed up and we showed out, and we do that for anything for culture all the time. So Cardi, like I just feel like we've seen Sacred with Beyonce. We've seen,
I was just about to say,
you know, Fenty with Riri. They're like two, like, we just know they're in a league of their own.
They are.
They don't have to do too much. If their name is on it, we gonna show up.
Right.
With Cardi, she's taking a different approach marketing wise. She's taking us along every step of the way. She's recording it. She's telling us like which part she's in. Like she's really sharing this experience, and that's so smart because she knows that's why we mess with her in the first place.
Exactly.
She's real.
I know.
Yeah.
Yes.
Real.
And I love it too because like I did not see it coming. I'm not like, you know, thinking through Cardi B fan. Like I love her music, but I'm not like, you know, looking at her stuff every day.
Yeah, of course.
But when I found out about it, I was like, oh.
That's not the best part too. It's like $10, $20.
Wow,
Not
shut
even.
up.
And I'm talking like she has like a hair mask, a shampoo, a conditioner, and da. Each product is like $10, no more than $20.
Wow.
And it's like even down to the marketing with her with the bag on her head and stuff like so smart.
Yes.
Here's the thing,
literally.
There's a community of people that are like, I'm wondering how long this is gonna last. She's doing numbers now, but I don't project that this will be successful.
Oh, there's always some freaking haters.
Oh, but I got something for that ass, baby.
Right.
Yeah, let's take a look at Sacred. Let's take a look at Fenty. And those numbers are consistently doing well and multiplying. Why? Because it's Beyonce, it's Rihanna, and they've built that cult-like following well before any of this started.
The Beehive is still here, baby.
Cardi, like I said, she's bringing us along the process. She knows her target audience. Based off the numbers of the past alone, like y'all hating. Like it's definitely gonna be something that's gonna be successful for years and years to come. And that's why you mad.
Exactly.
But yeah, I love this. And like even down for Megan with Clay, you know, she just came out with his. Like that whole album just like like you know just really pouring it out there, just like I hate all of this, like hate all y'all don't care, like really just putting it out there. And I think that right now with Cardi, with Megan, with all, and then Cardi just also did this whole thing where she brought together Remy Ma, Lil Kim, and all that. This is such a beautiful opportunity for them to come together and like take over the music industry really right now, and like give a big to literally everything that's going on right now. But I really needed to talk about it. I feel like there's a lot of people right now. There's a lot of talk around these things. But I think it's really important to have like relevant conversations and apply it to like everyday life and things like that.
Absolutely, because I mean they're human too.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Like at the end of the day, like you know, I know I'm waiting on Riri to do some more music. though, but you know,
we gonna give her time.
They're real people, and it goes back to what we were saying earlier on in the episode, like, creative outlet. You know, like I don't know how long Cardi's been like doing this, but like that. Her going through what she's going through right now, like this is something for her to be able to release and just accept the fact that like my fans are gonna love this. I'm gonna have some haters, but yes, my fans love this. This is something new in my life. I have something new to focus on. Like F this, F that. Like I'm going to focus on what is it called? Good?
Good hair, I think.
Good hair.
Good. We're gonna have to figure it out. We're gonna put it in here.
Some product placement. But yes, I'm loving it for all the girls, you know. And even Megan, I have been watching a little bit of the things she's been doing, and like her anime character.
Oh, it's so cute. It's so cute.
It really is. Like I want to give her flowers. Like I know Clay this is all like but we gonna stop saying that, man. Because honestly, Megan has always been that girl. She's been that girl. She knows what pain is. She knows what it is to lose, you know, a lot of people in her life and go through whole Tory Lane situation and everything. But other than that, she's always stand on top. She's always 10 toes down on whatever she does. And like going through with that anime character, I respect her even more because I'm like, I've never seen an artist do this. Like, and there might be somebody else, don't quote me, but as far as I'm concerned, like a modern day popular artist right now who has their own record label.
Yep.
And on top of that is getting into TV, maybe TV show, whatever streaming.
Yeah.
Hey, girl, do your thing. Give us everything. Literally. Inspire us.
That's the part.
Yes.
I think what's so important about these particular women, these two women that we're talking about right now. I mean, obviously it encompasses a lot more people, but in terms of these two right now, the inspiration, like they are such huge influential people right now. And I think the message that they're standing for is super important to this age of young women. Yeah. Women in general. Yeah. But yeah, honestly, I love it so much. Yeah. This has been like such a great catch up.
I know.
Like
I'm like, honestly, this is how we talk even without the camera, without the mics.
We like, just set up the camera, y'all, because we was already talking before this.
Right. Like, literally, I was like, hold on, let me wait. Get my questions. Yeah. But yes, no, we are literally probably, I needed this. Yeah. Let me just say that. No. I needed this, and so was looking forward to it. I know, you were only out here for a short amount of time, but we are so happy you're in Arizona. No, same. Gracing us with your presence.
I missed it here. I needed this, honestly. I'm really excited for what's to come in the future for both of us personally, but together as well. And we're both really excited to be back with you guys. We have so much in store for you guys, so stick around, stay tuned.
Thank you so much for tuning into the second episode of Entrepreneur Diaries. We are so happy to be able to do something. I know it's been a while and we're back at it. But other than that, we are signing out. XOXO, JV,
and Cece.
Bye, guys.
Bye. Period. That was so cute. Stop. Can you hug me, please? I need it.
I literally loved it. Every second of it. I'm like, I don't even know. We're in top screw it.
I don't even know, but it's gonna be fucking great.